What's up, weirdos? There's a woman online who's boss babing her role as being like the other woman. Her name is Chelsea Smallwood, and she's a life coach and has a podcast that's called The Other Woman and the Wife. Her bio says coaching with compassion, humanizing humans. But the content that she makes is fully just having affairs and cheating on your partner is like, okay if you just want to do it. And also, you shouldn't feel bad about it. And also, I'm married to the dude who cheated on his wife with me, and I was cheating on my husband with him, and we're still married to this day. And you know what? It's great. And then literally publicly embarrassing the wife. Let me show you this first thing, because keep in mind, this is a woman who is branding herself as a life coach. She has like meetups, like she's doing like the Andrew Tate Bottom G University. Like she has the Other Woman University, and other women who are having affairs are following her like, yeah, matter of fact, fuck the wife. Nothing wrong with me. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's watch this video. I gotta pause it. The video being her on vacation, sun's bright. This is the vibe with this music. Things your husband did while he was in an affair with me? Her whole thing later is just gonna be like, you know, you just shouldn't feel guilty about it. Like, love is love. But the stuff that she says in this video, it's so rude to the wife who, like, you got chose over. It's like dunking on a woman who's been dunked on. You are a horrible person. Okay, I'm gonna mute it so I can just read what she's saying. He told me he loved me and he wished he'd met me before you. Girl, why are you saying that? Told me he was unhappy but couldn't make himself make his kids grow up in a broken home. What? Yeah, your husband, who you in real life do know that I have been married to for 15 years after he was married to you, and we were cheating on each other for years. Yeah, that guy. He also, while he was lying to you, was basically saying he didn't even really fuck with you that much. He loved me so much. And he's just so unhappy. Cheating is one thing. Tap dancing on the wife? Let's keep going, because those are like just the first two things she said. Talked to you on the phone while he was with me, and I could hear everything. He talked to you while he was on the phone, and every single time you had a phone conversation with him, add into that memory in the back of your mind that I was right next to him going, she doesn't know. We're laughing. Laughing at her behind her back, and then airing it out, lied to you repeatedly about where he was. And again, just to check in on the video that she's posting with, it's her cheersing while she drinks cocktails with this music. Didn't tell you the actual full truth when you caught him. How are you as a life coach posting this and then getting clients? People who see these videos and are like, oh yeah, I totally relate. I'm a scumbag too. Oh my God, I can pay you so we can scum out together? Remember when we were making her look foolish and then posting about it online? Here's $100. That's what her business model is. What's going on? But she also has this one more at the end, which I think is genuinely the worst one. He didn't actually end the affair, even though you went to counseling together and he said we were no contact. He just got better at hiding it. So that's who she is. And if it was just like fan fiction, like parody account, like, okay, whatever, toxic, whatever. But this is her. Cause I was raised by a woman who... By the way, Zach Bryan playing right now. Oh yeah, bro who sings songs and cheats on women. This is so perfect. And I just made that video about Zach Bryan. All right, anyways, this is her. My husband and I are the product of an affair. Oh my God, look how happy we are. Literally, we're cheersing, we're drinking. But this is what she was writing about when she was giving the story of why she's in this affair with this man. And you would think, okay, for somebody to be posting this type of stuff publicly, it had to be a situation where both of their other significant others were just like horrible people. But that's not at all what she says. She's just like, I just kind of wasn't even really feeling him for real. My story begins many years ago when I was married to a man I believe checked all the boxes to be the perfect husband. But there was something about my marriage that was off. Something I couldn't put my finger on. Yeah, it was just like the frothing just desire and psychological need to disrespect your significant other. Your husband, by the way, your husband, not like your boyfriend for a couple months. Husband. I told myself it was just marriage and how I was feeling was normal. But then I met someone and my entire world was flipped on its head. I experienced electric chemistry and what it felt like to feel truly seen, heard, and understood for the first time. And before I knew it, I was in a full-blown affair. Before I knew it, I didn't have a conversation with my husband, and then I just started cheating on him and lying to him and disrespecting him and keeping secrets and forming an entire secret life that was kind of like in mockery and laughing at him for years. Because she gives us a part two. I don't know how she thinks that this is like a cool thing, because as we'll see in the rest of her videos, she totally thinks that everything that happened is like totally sick. And matter of fact, you should pay me so you can do the same thing. She posts so much stuff that's just incriminating to like what the situation was, and at no point does it look like, oh, it might have been justified. She just looks like a bad person. Technically, I cheated. I will admit that. I turned away from my spouse of 3 years and I hurt him because of that choice. But that doesn't mean I define myself as a cheater. To this day, I reject the motto of once a cheater, always a cheater. It's reductionist and judgmental. A, it is reductionist and judgmental. And it conveniently ignores the idea that a person can do a harmful thing while also learning and growing from their experiences. Yeah. Is that why you're posting shit like, yeah, for 3 years when your husband was creating a secret life and lying to you constantly, I was on the other end. And he kept telling me about how like he's so unhappy with you and how much happier he is with me. And then when you would call, I'd be there also and we're just laughing at you. It's judgmental and reductionist. I mean, it is judgmental, but I think that's because it's something that you should feel shame for. You know about shame? I don't know if you've heard of shame, but I really think that you should give it a shot. Look at this video. This cracked me up when I saw it.
You're allowed to love more than one person. You're allowed to love anyone, even if you or they are married.
That with the Billie Eilish, I used to float, now I just fall down. Like that's the music that you're playing while you're saying, hey, it's okay to love multiple people, even though both of you are married. And if it's an affair, it's okay. What was I made for? I cannot emphasize this enough. She exudes such like, I don't want to say, okay, listen. It's like millennial boss babe feminist vibe that when paired with being the other woman is just so funny to not be self-aware about it. But hey, I'm a man saying that. So maybe I just need to sit back for a second and really listen to her speak.
When people come into my comment section and they're like, oh my God, you're not a girl's girl. I'm like, duh, my network is exclusive. This is crazy that you guys, virtue signal, I'm a girl's girl, and that's why I don't know. No. You just have a prejudice.
Sorry, what are we talking about? You just have a prejudice. I'm not a girl's girl, what? Because I systematically destroyed another woman's life who had done absolutely nothing wrong to me and made a complete mockery out of her privately, and then am continuing to do that publicly with the man that I took from her while her entire life was turned upside down. You're just prejudiced against people like that. And then she has the audacity to say, you don't get my support? What are you talking about?
Get my support because your dad and your mom somehow ended up in bed together and you received a certain gender. I will tell you whose girl I am though. I'm Lisa's girl. I'm Anne Marie's girl. I'm Olivia's girl. I'm Julie's girl. And I'm Cecilia's girl.
Damn, Cecilia's sitting there like, damn, she doesn't really fuck with me. She kind of forgot about me for a second. I don't protect you because your mom and your dad got together in bed and you popped out a gender. I gotta give it up to her. That is a bar. You think I'm gonna respect you just because your mom and dad got freaky and then you popped out with a gender? No. Actually, the only people that I'm girls to are these 6 women who you don't know. That's who. Yeah. But she's gonna continue and tell you who those girls are, and damn.
And I booked their flights out to California to come and have a celebration with me because business is booming, people. It's fucking booming. And I love those girls because they were good humans. I'm a good human. That's what it comes down to.
Okay, me when I'm gaslighting myself so that I can go to sleep at night. I'm a good person. Yeah, I just am. I mean, what I do is bad. Like my actions are really bad and I show no remorse and I just am like, oh, the people who were negatively affected by it, about that. But I'm a good person because there are 6 other women who are also doing the same dirty shit that me is, and they're paying me, and we're gonna go to fucking Cali. We're gonna celebrate. Me and a bunch of other women. Other women who are the other women that are also destroying the lives of wives all across America. What the fuck are you thinking? Like this one. Oh God.
I personally love when women paint other women as predators. Rah, so scary. Like truly. Why would you want to be married to somebody who could be gone after by another woman? I could just steal your husband. I would just take him away. I could lure him with my magical... He has no will of his own because he is subject to my spells.
No, she's actually funny as hell. That's so funny. The comment was, stop going after married men. Hope this helps. Nobody said predator. Nobody's saying predator. She's just saying that you're a bad person. And by the way, if you've done something like this and you feel bad about it, that's it. I don't know you. I don't know the situation. I'm not gonna yell at you. But if you're posting TikTok like celebrations dunking on the woman, like, there's no way that you feel remorse for it. And like, I feel like that's the bare minimum. And she's got a little bit confused about the whole self-love movement. Self-love doesn't mean that you shouldn't be critical of yourself. And yeah, don't believe every bad thing that everybody says about you. But if everybody's saying something, you should be a little critical. Remember that video though, where she was like sipping a cold brew while saying, yeah, technically I did cheat. Well, she was on one that day because she filmed another video that is such a stunning look into her mind. She really does think that she's a good person. Like she's posting like, this is sick as hell. Look at this. Remembering when someone told my affair partner's wife about us and he told her he hardly knew me. ... So I'd post videos of myself with my location to my socials whenever I traveled with him. Like little Easter eggs for her to find so she could say, see, I'm not crazy, I knew it. Girl, you're the Riddler! Why are you leaving a breadcrumb trail of clues to taunt this innocent woman's mind? I tagged the location in all my pics like little Easter eggs. Breadcrumbs sprinkled along the trail behind me so that whenever she would confront him, he could gaslight her and it could be our little game. That's what she says. She doesn't really say that, but look at what she says. I knew it wasn't my place to tell her, but I also felt badly that he chose to keep deceiving her. But when she did see the post, she called very upset and confronted him, expecting the truth. And of course, he did some song and dance. Did she really believe he'd confess when simply asked, facepalm, while you are doing fucking an edit of cute home pictures of you and that man? This is real life. And she's like, I used to leave a breadcrumb trail of clues because I'm a good person and I actually did want her to find out. But then when she confronted him, he did a song and dance and lied. What, did she expect him to actually tell the truth? Facepalm, stupid wife moment, anyone? Yo, anyone else think that she's kind of dumb as fuck for thinking that he would actually tell the truth when confronted? That's the man that I'm choosing to raise my family with. Her blissful ignorance of how she and her family looks is so wild. I don't know how you can be this unaware. My advice, when you want the truth, don't ask the person you suspect of lying to be honest. That's just dumb logic and sends a signal that you really just want them to hide it better from you, which they will. It's like holding their cake over their head and handing it to them with a fork. Think about that for a minute. What? Chelsea, what are you talking about? It's like holding a cake over their head and handing it to them with a fork? Think about that for a minute. It's gonna take me longer than a minute to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. The other woman and the wife. Shut up. She said, that's dumb logic. Like, that's honestly just dumb as hell. I did leave a trail of clues and like evidence for her to find so that she would confront him about it. But then when she confronted him about it, the thing is like, that's actually stupid as fuck. So it's not good that you did that. You just admitted to stringing her along to make her life even worse. Like, think about that for a minute. It's like when you hold a pug in the air and then you just start shaking its butt. And then there's also confetti flying around. Think about that for a minute. No, Chelsea, I don't want to. Now this video, and I cannot emphasize it enough, is just this one shot. But when you notice his wife is stalking all your socials. By the way, this is playing.
And why does she give up? Damn.
Yeah, it's Teenage Dirtbag. Cause I'm just a and she's looking like, it's not, oh, you feel guilty, oh, you feel bad. It's when his wife is stalking your socials, so you just mog on her. I've got this cup of coffee here. You'll notice that she did a photo shoot that was that day, and she really likes how she looks in those videos because she uses that footage almost always. Like, it's in so many of her videos, and it's kind of the feeling of like, okay, you know when someone takes a picture and then they like post it on their feed, and then you notice, oh, it's also their profile picture, and then it's also their profile picture on everything else? This video is her that. Cannot believe that the message of that post wasn't, oof, yeah, doesn't that really hurt? Damn, empathy. But hers is like, nah, empathy, what? I'm a mog on that girl. All right, but maybe she's qualified, guys. Somebody asked.
How am I qualified to share my opinion on the internet? When I went to buy the phone, they checked my credit history and they said I qualified. So I got a phone and then I started using it.
Hey, I don't like your tone, Chelsea. Tracy asked, whist are your qualifications? Now, we all know she meant what? But Chelsea thinks that she's funny. Like, she thinks she's funny and she thinks that she's smart, which is ironic considering the reality. I don't want to say anything, but she's saying, my qualifications, I have a phone, merp. I got the phone and they said that I could get it. Awkward turtle. Don't give me that awkward turtle millennial ass bullshit right now. By the way, any millennial, I love you more than you'll ever know. But then she says in the description, by the way, the actual answer, guess what? We don't just talk the talk. We've got the credentials to back it up. Strength. Our incredible coaching team is proud to be certified through the Academy of Modern Applied Psychology, where we mastered the art of transformational coaching. This means when you work with us, you're getting coaches who know exactly. Okay, can I just say something real quick? I copy and paste Academy of Modern Applied Psychology, and what I get is a online course that I could get right now if I wanted. 621,000 students. So like, that's what your qualifications are. I'm not saying that that's a bad education. You can learn anything from anywhere. That's what you can, guys. But I feel like it is important to note, okay, those are the qualifications, an online course that she could take. The qualifications aren't like a PhD, a master's, a bachelor's, an associate's. There's a lot of things that it's not, but the thing that it is not something that I really am respecting when the person who has the certificate is posting really dumb stuff. But hey, you want another unhinged reply to a comment that she posted on her Instagram that is also very revealing on who she is? She reads the whole comment in the video, but she's really slow, so I'm just gonna say, the comment is, if your husband or wife cheats on you and the other person that he or she cheats on knows that they are married, it's on the other person as well, but it's more the spouse's fault, which I think is fair. Definitely it's more the husband's fault. Although in this situation, she is also cheating on her spouse. So, she's kind of getting the disrespectful, horrible person stuff from all angles in this. This is what her response is.
What's it? What is this it that you're referring to? The marriage? How can you be responsible for a marriage or not it? What are they responsible for? Their participation in a relationship that was mutually consensual? Odd, okay?
Chelsea, I don't like your fucking tone of voice right now, Chelsea! What's this it that you're referring to? Okay, let's just go back. If your husband or wife cheats on you and the other person, her, knows that they are married, then this it that we're referring to, it's on the other person as well. It's on the spouse, but it's also on the other person. She says, what's this it referring to? And then she says, the marriage? No, it's not the marriage. It's the pain that your actions are causing. What is she talking about? She's like, it's on me. What, the marriage? Nah, that's not on me. Yeah, you're right. It's not on you. But the pain that you are causing this woman is. Like, the living nightmare that you're putting this other person through is also on you. But she's going, it? What's it? Pfft, odd. Weird. If her reading comprehension is that bad that she can't even figure out what the direct object is in a sentence, then I don't know how much I'm really trusting the Academy of Modern Applied Psychology. Sorry, no respect to the Ohio State. Okay, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, if she was coming online being like, I honestly did find my husband and we actually have like a really loving home and family, and the way it started is really fucked up and I feel bad about it and I'm trying to find ways to process it and know that like I am not fundamentally, if it was that, but she's posting all this and then literally romanticizing it in other posts.
You cannot love her, they whisper.
But you cannot love her, they whisper, doing a voiceover. And I'll let the voiceover continue, but with text like, but they're married to someone other than me. The narration, it's so romanticizing her role in this.
Cannot love her, they whisper, for it is a sin. I only smile at their words.
Edit of herself. No, you're married. You can't love her. It's a sin. It would be a sin to love her. Her being her, the one who's posting this. The man who's like having affection for her. I can only smile at their words, he says.
Knowing that they have not knelt at her altar, nor tasted the divinity staining her lips.
She's posting, by the way, kind of a weird edit from like a distance. Just show the pictures they're taking. While saying, yeah, your man was fucking kneeling at my altar, tasting the divinity staining my lips. That's who I am. Girl, you are making this sound like a really compelling thing to do. It is incredible to be desired, especially by one who isn't allowed to desire, like a married man. I'm like a sin and they just can't stop. And I'll let, Poetic Man keep talking because the point he makes her posting this so insane.
So be it then, I say. I will walk into hell gladly.
So be it then, I'll walk into hell gladly. A man, your husband by the way, would walk into hell because loving me is so bad, but so good. And he's lying to you constantly. And any other women out there, hey, come party with me in Cali. That's what her account is. And she acts like she's doing something that's like good. When you're on vacation with your spouse and missing your affair partner, so you listen to the shared playlist you made for each other. Yes, we are in the YouTube sections. Romanticizing being the other woman section, because what the hell is she doing? I'm sinful, I'm good. I'm so bad it's sinful, but he'd rather be in hell with me. And when I'm cheating on my husband and my boyfriend's cheating on his wife, we listen to our playlist together right next to our partners and they'll never know. Like, you're in a community when you have things like affair partner. If you're in a community where you are like the other woman and that's what the community is, and you're posting romanticization, listen, I don't want to besmirch the names of the women who are on that girls trip with her, but if y'all are seeing this content and being like, hey, me and Chels, let's go to Cali, I think that you probably suck, honestly. Like, you're probably the type of person that I would hate to be around. She also posts some advice that on the surface level, I guess to her sounds smart, but is actually just deeply revealing of the things that she did. My affair has just been discovered and I've lost everyone and everything. What do I do next? Then it cuts to her saying, you rebuild everything from the inside out. But then in the description, cutting away from her making those, you rebuild everything. Yeah, it's so hard being fucking, fighters for true love. But her description, she says, one of the most helpful things I did after my affair was change who I was connecting with on a regular basis and paying close attention to how I felt around certain people. If you're ever in need of a supportive community, okay, so what I'm seeing right there is, yeah, when people found out that I was doing this affair, they all universally condemned me, and I felt like I don't like them saying these types of things and making me feel like I'm a bad person. So I'm gonna avoid all the people who I'm closest with and completely start a new life with this other guy with people who know us from now on, because anybody who knows who I actually am is extremely critical, and I don't want to be critical of myself. That's what you're saying, Chelsea. Chelsea, you gotta get help. Like, go to a therapist. Don't become a therapist. By the way, a lot of therapists out there need to hear that. This one is so good because it's somebody asking her directly to self-reflect. And she responds to a comment begging her to reflect and think like, okay, what if your husband had an affair and got that woman pregnant? And this is how she responds.
If my husband fathered another woman's child while he was married to me, I'd send that baby a fucking gift. And then I'd probably give myself the gift of divorce, and then I'd go on my merry way. I'd still get to be me. The only thing that really bothers me is shitty infidelity content.
The only thing that really bothers me is shitty infidelity content. That's why you come to me, the premium infidelity content creator. Hey, if you like to cheat, I'm your girl. You're ridiculous. If my husband cheated on me and had a woman with another baby, I'd probably be like, honestly, the other woman probably sounds sick as hell, because that's who I was. And, I'd be like, whatever, I get to be me. Girl, that's not what you would like. That in real life, I go on my merry way, send him a gift. I get to be me. That explicitly is telling you we're psychologically evaluating her. That tells you the level of empathy that she has for the wife of the man, her affair partner. You know what I'm talking about. Her empathy for her extends to, honestly, it's like, okay, yeah, he loves me more. So it's like, who cares? Why are you fucking crying about it? Because that's how she's saying she would act. So who is paying this woman for lessons in anything? She made a little music video edit right here, and I thought the captions that she wrote were very interesting. I gotta mute it, but POV, you've been married for several years, but someone new has come into your life. It makes you realize you have never actually felt truly connected love before. Okay, let me do my little dance up here with my marg. Okay, real close-up shot. Chelsea, I need you to back up. Yeah, I've never felt connected to love before. Yeah, I've been married for several years. Yeah, I'm not just the other woman. I'm also a spouse who cheated on her husband. Hey, anybody else think that's kind of life? Martini. That wife is well within her right. Let me calm down. When you open Facebook and see posts about your affair from the spouse of your affair partner.
Just like damn, it's 7 a.m.
Awesome. By the way, she is a Swiftie. A lot of her audios are Taylor Swift, and that's fine. But I gotta be honest, that totally is me when I open Facebook and I see that my affair partner, their spouse, is posting about the affair on Facebook. I'm like, 7 a.m. Damn, she's going this crazy on Facebook? I'm like, bruh, what the heck? This wife would be well within her right to take the crystal orb and she could trap you in a crystal orb for an eternity and you would literally deserve it. Like, you deserve a Dungeons and Dragons fucking mystical. This is sick as fuck. Oh my god. I didn't know I had magic in my pocket, but I knew I had it in my pants. Let's get back on track. She also posted this one. POV, your dad sees you crying in the driveway, whether your secret relationship with the married man next door is ending, and you've received this text, ... To daddy, he's not going to leave his wife for you. Read that with a Forrest Gump accent, it will help. Sent with the blue text on her side, so obviously like a fake screenshot. So obviously she made that because she was like sending the blue text, but also this is fully just a fake text generator and she's stupid for not knowing how to work it. First of all, the POV and the situation, daddy, like, I'm lost. Narratively, you've lost me. But in order to respect daddy, he did say read that with a Forrest Gump accent, so I'll try again and see if it helps. Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan. He's not gonna leave his wife for you. I've never tried a Forrest Gump voice. He's not gonna leave his wife for you. I'm sorry. Lieutenant Dan. Is that how Tom Hanks fucking talked? Tom Hanks did a whole movie like that and he won an Oscar? Jenna was a folk singer. Okay. For real, this is not gonna be about Forrest Gump because I could talk for an hour. I gotta bring Gus in for support on this one. When life seems especially cruel because you've met someone magical, but you are already married, ... Highly recommend divorcing the wrong one and choosing the love of your life. Woo! 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 So if you look at her as the woman who stole a husband from a woman and you're like, God, she really sucks for doing that, you also have to keep in mind, oh, no, she also did cheat on her husband. Because she's making her whole branding like the other woman and the wife and about how she's like such a forbidden fruit and it's sinful and it's like desire. Whoa. It's like bad, but like I'm bad for that, aren't I? And like, yeah, you are also the cheating spouse. And those 6 women who are paying you are gonna go party with you and golly. Y'all, what are you seeing in her content to think that she's somebody you need to take advice from? Cause golly. But you know, at the end of the day, shout out Chelsea. Hey, shout out Chelsea. She's just doing her thing. No hate, just full judgment. And I hope that someday soon in your life you feel shame and then self-reflect on this. But hey, I love you. Please subscribe.
So I moved stuff again, I think, because I want to have Gus up here. Gustav, please. I want to have Gus up here sometimes, because he likes to hang out in here. So I moved the coffee table over here. I don't know, I'm having fun. It's always going to change because my mind is trying to always eat itself. It's like a hamster that's trying to eat its own feet at the same time.